तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट कर बिसाजे। जय दयाल जी, बहुत ही सुंदर भजन गाया आपने, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Going to invite the speaker for today, Dr. Ramesh Gupta. He will be talking on the subject of yama and niyam. Go ahead.
सबको नमस्ते. Actually, the topic is nothing new. Probably all of us are experts into this one, yoga or yoga. What I try to do is to do this usual customary these days to PowerPoint to make it a little bit bullet points for to make it more clear as to what we're talking about. So right now we are talking about, actually the subject is good for youth. So if you have any youth in the family, children, grandchildren, you can ask them to join. They may enjoy it as well. It's going to be a little bit of didactic too. Please, you can ask them. The yoga can be a different type. It could be just a om chanting, lay yoga, bhakti yoga, gyan yoga. But Patanjali defines this, what we are talking about is what we call as the Ashtang Yoga or the 8 steps of yoga. तो उसके सोपान हैं. तो यम और नियम जो हैं, it is basically sets the stage for the next steps. They are basically social and personal code of conduct. So what I've done is in the first slide is to define what is yoga. So here we go. Yoga Darshan defines yoga as a state when a soul is able to sustain or actually subdue all the functions and activities of the mind. Yogas chitta vritti nirodha. Everybody knows that. Kathopanishad defines yoga as the state when 5 sense organs, man, buddhi, or chitta, jo hai sab, all of them are totally calm. And Gita also defines this as a state when a person is able to perform his or her duty efficiently without an eye to the rewards. So Karma Yoga ka Siddhant jo Gita mein, especially the second chapter, Karmanyave Kurvani. So that's basically also the yoga. So what is the benefit of what we do? Yoga, there is a clear spiritual benefit. So yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. The goal is to attainment of God, self-realization. Buddhism, Jainism, all that, they would go towards up to the point of self-realization. Then Vedas and Swami Dayanand goes towards God realization and also the Patanjali Yoga Darshan. The worldly or the material benefit, which is what is popular, for example, United States, 30 million people performing yoga, that is, we are more comfortable, more in control, better sleep quality, better appetite, and better focus, concentration, productivity, all of that, and without worrying about the rewards. That's very important. If you're already reward focused at all time, very difficult to focus. You're mostly worried about what's going to happen. I have to do this in the exam or else. So that sort of a benefit is there if we believe that we have no control on the rewards. So 8 limbs of yoga, yama, niyam, these are the social and personal code of conduct. Asana is exercise. Pranayam is just the breath control. Pratyahar, dharana, and dhyana, deeper and deeper stages of yoga and meditation. So yam and niyam, that's the focus for today. Now, yam and niyam are the social and personal code of conduct. Now, Manusmriti gives the 10 principles of dharma. If you look at that, I'll dwell on it a little bit because it's the same thing as yam niyam. Drati, kshama, damo, asteyam, shocham, indriya nigraha, dhi, vidya, satyam, akrodho dashkam dharmam lakshanam, which means patience, forgiveness, control on our mind, non-stealing, cleanliness of body, mind, and soul. Restrain your senses, proper use of intellect, proper knowledge of God, soul, and nature. These are the three entities. Honesty and control on anger. So if you do all of that, that is basically yam and niyam. That's the most perfect definition, if you will, of the dharma, and also details the yam and niyam. So Yog Darshan, second chapter, there are four chapters in Yog Darshan. One is the Samadhi Pad, Sadhan Pad, Vibhuti Pad, and Kevalya Pad. Kevalya is just complete, you are in unison with the God. So the second chapter of the Sadhan Path, which is common for us human beings, in the Ashtanga Yoga, verse number 30 or sutra number 30 defines ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigrama, yamaha. So these are the five elements or social code of conduct of yam. So let us go further into that. Ahimsa. Now, there is a problem with ahimsa. So first of all, what's the definition? Don't hurt anybody with man, vachan, and karma. All of them, man, vachan, and karma. That means our mind, thoughts, that is thoughts, speech, and action. So violence can be of three types. You can do it yourself, hire somebody to do violence on your behalf, or if some, let's say you are capable, you are a police officer or you are in some capacity to control a crime, you're passing by, somebody gets raped, somebody get hurt, and if you don't take action, don't call 911 or don't hold the criminal yourself, that's a hinsa also. So don't ignore the crime if you have the capability of doing so while protecting yourself. So the violence can, why does one create violence or hinsa? It could be out of anger, you're mad at somebody, or you are afraid. This is a non-poisonous snake, and you think this snake is poisonous. You're going to kill them. Somebody who has never seen a cow, all of us confronts cow with the two horns, they think this animal might hurt them. They might try to kill it. On the other hand, somebody will love them. Or you want to greed, you want to hurt somebody by taking money, stealing, we see it all the time, or attachment, or ignorance, completely ignorant, you don't know what it is, or you are weak. So these things create, why do you want to buy a gun? You are afraid. So these are the type, but what's not ahimsa, or what is not ahimsa, is, let's say, a teacher punishing, a mother punishing, a judge punishing, or any, or military trying to protect the nation. So those don't come in the category of hinsa. That is ahimsa. So it is necessary. That is the first part of the yam. Now, satya, honesty. Now, there's a problem. Let's say there is some thief or some good person who is running and comes to your house and say, help me out. There's somebody out there to hurt me. So you're going to protect that person. These people come looking for that. Did you see that person? What are you going to say? Yeah, he's hiding in my house. They will kill him. So you say, no, he's yahan to nahi hai wo. So that's not a satya. That's not dishonesty. So any act which generates fear, doubt or shame, जिस चीज में भय, शंका और लज्जा होती है, वो आपकी आत्मा कभी नहीं कहती है. तो सत्य वो है जो आप बोलो, मन वचन कर्म से सेम हो. Whatever you think, whatever you act, whatever you say, but there is a caveat to it. Let's say what Manu Smriti says: satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, न ब्रूयात सत्यम अप्रियम, प्रियम च न नृतम ब्रूयात, एष धर्म सनातनः. That means satyam bruyat, be honest, be sweet, but न ब्रूयात सत्यम अप्रियम। किसी को कहो कि यार तेरे क्या हुआ, तू तो अंधा है, तू तो काना है, तू तो लंगड़ा है, तू तो बेवकूफ है. So you are basically potentially saying the truth, but it is hurting somebody. Don't do that. But on the other hand, priyam chennan ratam bruyat, ऐसा भी मत बोलो मीठा, जैसे किसी का चापलूसी करना, कि राजा को कहो, किसी को कहो यार तुम तो कमाल के आदमी हो, द गाय इज अ crook, he is doing the crime, but you are praising the person to achieve some gains. So उसमें क्या है, भय, शंका और लज्जा. That means there's a fear, doubt and shame. Don't do any act. So that is the सत्य और honesty. So honest, dishonesty, or with your mind, you can do a 4 ways. You can create a dishonesty in 4 ways: by speaking lies, talking unnecessarily, speaking ill of others, चुगली करना, और किसी के लिए कड़वा बोलना. Don't do that. So asteya, this is easy. In we say ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत् किंच जगत्यान जगतेन त्यक्तेन भुंजिता मां गृधः कस्यचित् धनम. Don't covet for somebody else's possession by unfair means. जैसे कि चोरी क्या है, आपको तनख्वाह पूरी मिलती है, काम नहीं करते हो, आप कम तोलते हो, injustice करते हो, घर पे बैठे रहते हो, you're not working hard, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, that is to taking a bribe to do this thing. That's all stealing. You're taking somebody's idea, plagiarism जिसको बोलते हैं ना. So you take somebody's idea and you write a book, that's a stealing. So it could be over thought, it's speech and action. So that is the third step, or asteya. So we have ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya. What is brahmacharya? One is simple thing, sensuality, but also there is other things which come into brahmacharya, a proper lifestyle. That means avoiding a tamasic and rajasic food. Try to stay more with the sattvic food, avoidance of drugs, alcohol, other addicting substances, associating with good people with good values, proper sleep and wake up time. All of that is part of brahmacharya. You all know that. A parigraha. Pari means from all direction, graha means to collect. So holding. Use only what you need. Now, our scriptures tell us that vayam syam patayo rainam, be dhaneshwar ke swami bano, but not to the point where it becomes too much. 500 pair of shoes, 200 pair of 6 homes, you're using that home once a year somewhere, one home there, because the problem is anytime you have something, you have to care for it, you have to hurt somebody, all those things are there. So do according to what is normal, what is realization. The goal of collecting things or having things should be just a road, not God, not self-realization. Self-realization should be the goal of a person rather than just collecting money or things. Because the problem is like our Kumar Saab just says donation. So जब आप धन कमाते हो उसकी 3 गति होते हैं, भोग, दानम, विनश्यते. Either you put it to the fair means utilization, or you donate, or it gets lost. All the billionaires of 1920s, where are they today? So that is what our scripture says. So ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya and aparigraha. And next is niyam. Niyam is personal code of conduct. Again, Yoga Darshan, the second chapter, 32 verse, Shoch, Santosh, Tap, Swadhyay, Ishwar, Pranidhanani, Niyama. So these are the 5 elements of the Niyam, means personal rules. Now, Shoch. Manusmriti again defines it amazingly. Advirgatrani shuddhyanti, manah satyena shuddhyati. Vidya tapobhyam bhutatma buddhir jnanen shuddhiyati. Four elements: body, mind, intellect, and soul and senses. So by external cleaning, when all know, we all do toiletry cleaning, that is the body. Man, if you are honest, I already dwelt on the honesty, you can clean the mind. And by a proper knowledge, vidya is vidyancha, very necessary. Avidya, asmita, rag, dvesh, abhinivesh, panchkleshah. So if you have a wrong knowledge, that is not good. So by proper knowledge, you can clean your soul. And by proper knowledge of scriptures, you can clean your intellect. Pranayam, breathing is very good. So you have Kapalabhati Pranayam and Basrika Pranayam. All those is part of cleaning our internal body organs. It is very necessary, and a thoughtful attitude is necessary on a daily basis. So Shoj is cleanliness. Now Santosh. Now Santosh doesn't mean being lazy. Santosh means you do the best of your ability, best of your qualifications. And then karmanyave kurvani jiji vishet shatam sama evan thoi nanya the tostu na karma lipita nare. That means to the best of your ability, earn or do, and dharma arth kama moksha. That means whatever you earn, utilize it efficiently and then be satisfied. Otherwise, you will always be unhappy. So that is called the santosh. The discomfort and also pains comes if we are not satisfied. So we have to believe in nishkam karma and the karma yoga. Tap. Now, clear definition of tap is hani labh, bhook, प्यास, गर्मी, सर्दी, मान अपमान, इन सबको सहन करते हुए while we are able to experience pleasure and pain, profit and loss, respect, insult, hot, cold, and sail through while doing our duty. How? By man, vachan, or karma, mental, speech, and action. That is tap. Now, there somebody stands on their one leg for 14 hours. That is tamasic tap. Somebody does it to attain fame, makes lots of donation, this thing, that is rajasic tap. This is sattvic tap. So tap is necessary, that is control of your body. So shoj, santosh, tap. Next is swadhyay. Swadhyay is of two types. One is introspection. At the end of the day, before going to sleep, see how could I be a better person? Did I hurt anybody? Can I be a better? So there's something. Plus, other thing is the study of script. एक मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है सबसे कि एक मंत्र कहीं से बुक से किसी से एक रोज पढ़ें और उस पर विचार करें. गायत्री मन का जाप करें. गायत्री मंत्र का जाप जो है, it could be vocal, that is वाचिक with your mouth, upanshu, मन में या ए जपा जप, different levels. That is the introspection or swadhyaya. Ultimately, most important probably is Ishwar Pranidhan. We had a eulogy for Swami Satyapati ji, and one of the things came out was Ishwar Pranidhan. Total belief in God. Aham agnaye idam agnaye idan namame, idam somaye idan namame. So, God, I am doing my duty. You created this world. You gave us everything free. Complete surrender to God. उस परम पिता परमात्मा की गोद में बैठे हुए ओम भूर भुवः स्वः. We do that. Bhu bhuva swe, creator, sustainer, dissolver. Amrato pastranmasi swaha, amrata pidhanmasi swaha. All those elements have been already put into our sandhya and the havan. So if we follow yam and niyam, that is pretty much yam niyam are. And there are questions I will take. Otherwise, I'll stop sharing and we're back to everybody. So, Mita.
Thank you, everyone. Do you have any questions,
Or comments?
comments?
Amazing, very well done. I thought very nicely done.
By the way,
It's like-
if anybody wants, I can send it.
What I wanted to say that you are familiar with that shlok from Manusmriti. Dhratik Shama Damoaste Shochendriya Nigraha Dhir Vidya Satyam Akrodho Dashkam Dharmam Lakshanam. तो अभी जो यम और नियम पे डॉक्टर रमेश गुप्ता ने जो अपनी बात कही, this is pretty much the same idea. 10 commandments. What are 10 commandments? So those 10 commandments are yam and niyam. ये टॉपिक अगर आप अपने बच्चों के लिए चाहते हैं तो that can be shared later on. Please let us know. Thank you very much, Dr. Ramesh Gupta. Any other comments if you have?